I'm Sylvia Idowu. I'm glad you could join me on another edition of Handy Law, while continuing with Nigeria's Trafficking in Persons Prohibition, Enforcement and Administration Act of 2015. We will look at the agencies set up to combat this crime under the Act. And this is the National Agency for Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP for short. You may not know it, but Nigeria is considered as a source, transit, and destination nation for women and children subjected to trafficking in persons, including forced labor and prostitution. Nigerian women and children are often taken to Europe, especially Italy and Russia, to North Africa, and to the Middle East for forced prostitution. The National Agency for Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, was created July 14, 2003 by the Trafficking in Persons Prohibition, Enforcement and Administration Act of 2003. It was Nigeria's government's response to addressing the scourge of trafficking in persons. This was a fulfillment of its international obligation under the Trafficking in Persons Protocol to prevent, suppress, and punish trafficking in persons, especially women and children. The Trafficking in Persons Act of 2003 was the outcome of a private member bill sponsored at the National Assembly by the Women Trafficking and Child Labor Eradication Organization, a non-governmental institution founded by Mrs. Amina Titi Atiku Abubakar. The law, which is operational in every part of the country, created NAPTIP as a specific multidisciplinary crime-fighting agency and the nation's focal institution to fight the scourge of human trafficking using the four-pronged approach of prevention, protection, prosecution, and partnership. The Trafficking in Persons Prohibition, Enforcement and Administration Act 2003 went through amendment in 2005 in a bid to strengthen the agency. But in 2015, due to new trends in trafficking in persons and a need to further strengthen the institutional framework, the Act was repealed and the Trafficking in Persons Prohibition, Enforcement and Administration Act of 2015 was enacted to replace it. Since inception, whether it's the 2003 Act or the 2015 Act, we have heard stories of arrest of traffickers and offenders on other related offenses covered by the Act. Some of these have been harrowing. Which have you heard? Do you know how to reach NAPTIP? You can contact them by following the link below this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.